Hey guys, this is Kevin from JazTime.com, and today we'll be doing a comparison between the Rolex GMT-Master on my left, reference number 116710, versus the Explorer II, reference number 216570. We'll be talking about the price, the dial, the case, the bracelet, the buckle, and I'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Okay, so as of December 2016, you can get the GMT at a retail Rolex store for $8,450, or you can get it for as low as $7,300 at JazTime.com. For the Explorer II, you can get this watch at a Rolex retailer for $8,100, or you can get it at JazTime for as low as $6,300. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to comparing the dials now. So as you can see, very obvious contrast from the black dial on the GMT with the white dial on the Explorer II. They both have the Mercedes hands, as you can see indicated by the hour marker, which is a larger hour marker. But one thing to notice is that the hands on the GMT are a little bit smaller than the hands on the Explorer II. And that's attributed because of the case size of the Explorer II. It's just a little bit bigger, so it has a little more readability on the hands. They both, however, do have the maxi dial, which means that the markers are 30% larger than normal Rolex hour markers. And the hour markers are obviously the circular markers with the index markers. Okay, we also have that contrast of color. The GMT uses a black with white text for great contrast, and also indicates a GMT hand, which is an additional hand that tracks a 24-hour cycle, with has it with green and fashioned in 18 karat white gold to prevent tarnishing. On the Explorer II, we have the orange hand with an orange accent in the name, the Explorer name there in orange. And that creates a little contrast there as well, which is very nice. Okay. Besides that, pretty much the rest are pretty much the same. We have the date at the 3 o'clock position with a Cyclops lens that sits on top of that sapphire crystal for magnification and easier viewing of the date. And yeah, all the hour markers are luminous for up to 8 hours as well. And they are all fashioned in 18 karat white gold to prevent tarnishing as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the bezel now. So there's a huge difference in the bezel. As you can see, the GMT Master has a black ceramic bezel, which is highly durable, highly scratch resistant, and that black that you see there will never fade as the black has been baked into the ceramic. So very nice there. Very nice durability, scratch resistance overall. It has a 24-hour cycle graduated all around. And the Explorer II has that same 24-hour cycle graduated all around as well, except that the bezel is just a simple steel, brushed steel bezel. Not to doubt that steel is Rolex's in-house 904L steel, which is very durable than the industry standard of the AISI 316L steel, and provides much more of a shine as well. But overall, the ceramic, I believe, wins out because of that very nice scratch resistance, as you don't want to scratch up the bezel, as polishing the bezel can be very hard to do, as you have all these hour indicators. So I believe that ceramic is much better. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you the side profiles of these watches. Okay. Okay, so here's the side profile of the watches. Very similar. Almost looks about the same. About the Explorer II has a little more going for it with that sort of dome look there. However, these both would fit under a suit cuff very nicely. Even a dress cuff very nicely as well. Okay. I'd like to also mention they also do a high polish on the sides of the case for a little more shine as well. Okay. All right. And additionally, the case sizes of these watches. So the case size of the GMT is 40 millimeters in diameter, and that's from my index finger to my thumb here. That's 40 millimeters in diameter, 40 millimeters in diameter. The Explorer II is 2 millimeters larger, being 42 millimeters in diameter, which attributes to that larger hands and tiny bit larger markers for that easier readability of the dial. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the bracelets now. Okay, so here are the bracelets. As you notice, the bracelet here on my left, the GMT's bracelet, has much more of a shine than the Explorer II's bracelet. And that's because the GMT's bracelet has a nice high polish going down straight down the center of the three-piece oyster bracelet. And that high polish will get scuffed up a little more easily than the brush deal, but it's absolutely worth it because that shine it gives is just absolutely amazing. Whereas the Explorer II was built with more durability in mind. Keep in mind that the GMT is more for people who globetrot around. They switch time zones very easily. They get on planes and they switch time zones a lot more easily. It is more casual wear. The Explorer II is made for people who go cave exploring, go into exploring the jungles and such, and it's built with more durability in mind. That's why you have this more brushed steel polished bracelet. Once again, these bracelets are both made out of that very durable in-house 904L steel. So moving on, we have the clasp now. The clasp, pretty much same size, same idea. The only difference is that the GMT's has that high polish again, straight down that middle. But I'll go ahead and show you how this clasp works. These are just safety folding oyster clasp. As you can see there, I popped the safety, which is this little hinge. Oyster pops off, and the bracelet, and it comes off like that. On the clasp blade itself, we have the Rolex name engraved there. And I want to go ahead and show you the Explorer IIs now. So this is the Explorer II class, same idea, pop them in safety, pop them into that oyster. You got that engraved name. It has more of a satin finish on the clasp blade opposed to the Explorer II. One very minor thing is, as you can see, the GMT here has the high polish, and the Explorer II here has that kind of that brush polish, brush steel there. Okay. One thing I would like to mention is that they both have this feature, very nice feature, is a comfort extension link located at the back of the case. As you can see there, you can adjust 5 millimeters of adjustment for the bracelet, and that's used for hot days. If your wrist swells up and you need that little bit of comfort, you can adjust that bracelet outwards 5 millimeters. Okay, so that's 5 millimeters outwards, and this is 5 millimeters inwards. Okay, very cool, very nice and easy function, and that's on both of these watches. Okay, so I want to go ahead and talk about the movements now. So I'm going to show you the back of the case first. So this is the back of the case of the GMT. It's got a nice oyster case, case backing that holds the movement. And here's the case backing for the Explorer II. Very similar oyster case backing. Okay, but they are different movements. However, so I want to go into a little bit detail of that. So the GMT runs a Rolex's in-house 3136 movement, which is a GMT movement. It has a 48-hour power reserve, and it is a perpetual mechanical self-winding movement with that GMT function with that hand I've shown you before. That green hand allows for the tracking of that. And the Explorer II is the 3187 movement, which is just upgrade of the 3186 movement. And what do I mean by upgrade? Well, it's not that big of an upgrade. It has it's just a little bit larger to fit that 42 millimeter case, but it also has Rolex's in-house Paraflex shock system, which Rolex claims to absorb 50% more shocks from the watch to keep that balance wheel in check. If it comes out of place, it'll realign it and keep the watch ticking. Okay, they both have the same water resistance, 100 meters or 330 feet, and that's pretty much it in terms of the comparison there. I'm going to go ahead and show you it. Show you these watches on my wrist now. So I'm going to start with the GMT first. Okay. So this is the GMT on the wrist. Look at that. Very nice, very beautiful, simple dial. As you can see there, that's the profile of the watch, nice and flat. Definitely fits under the suit cuff very nicely, dress cuff very nicely. Okay, so there's that. Let me go ahead and show you the Explorer II. You're probably wondering, hey Kevin, why didn't you show how the GMT functions and such work? Well, we have lots of YouTube videos about these watches, individual reviews of these watches, and you could check out how those functions work on those. I just strictly want to do a comparison of just small little details that sets these watches apart from each other. So here's the Explorer II. Very nice, very beautiful white. That orange, those orange accents with that GMT hand really definitely pop on the dial. Much easier viewability, as you can see. The markers are large, the hands are large, much easier to read. Once again, this was made for cave exploring, so you want as much viewability of the watch as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you those side by side. So there you are. If you have any questions about these watches, check out leave a comment below. If you want to buy these models or any other models for the lowest possible price, check out our website at JazTime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed. We offer free shipping and a 1-year warranty. And if you liked the video, please like and comment, subscribe. We have lots more to show you guys. Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you very much.